And we're live.
Hello, good morning, Radio 254 family.
Good afternoon, if you're afternooning. Maybe
wow,
you're
it's
morning.
actually afternoon. Maybe you're morninging. Morninging.
It does feel like morning, though. I don't feel too tired.
Hi. Paul.
Are you okay with the camera angles? If not, you can just...
I
I think they're okay. Or maybe this.
Yeah, you can just put it here. Whichever.
It looks a bit bright.
Okay, you know they can hear you.
Yeah?
Oh,
They can hear you. We're already live.
Oh.
But yeah, guys.
It's a bit too bright for me.
Sasa saa yenye tumenini ndio.
Sasa si mimi. Okay.
Okay, no, I'm
Let's
not.
just take it back there. You guys will look at me from here. That's
Yeah.
fine. Or I can turn like this and I look at the camera. Good. I think we're good to go.
Good. Hello. Welcome to welcome to the Brunch Hour. My name is Alice Kanji.
And I'm Alexia Misao.
And this is our Banter Brunch little space. Very exciting Sunday today.
Yeah, it's a night.
A lot of things are happening.
Let me
But we're not where we actually said we're not going to talk about what is happening. You just have to wait and see. Hopefully it follows through. But we have a lot of things podcast related content wise. So a lot more content coming your way, which is, I know it's the beginning of the episode, but it's a good time to plug in our Instagram. Make sure you check us out on our social media platforms, not just Instagram, at Banter Brunch on Instagram and BOB podcast underscore on Twitter. My mascara is just
okay.
God.
As you fix your mascara, we are also on TikTok. So follow us on Banter Brunch. And we have a whole YouTube channel, guys.
A whole YouTube channel.
You know, people were crying. We want visuals. Oh, we want episodes.
You guys.
Now we are working twice as hard.
You are even crying. We want guests. We brought
guests.
And we are bringing.
And we keep bringing. Can you please act accordingly?
Support
we have
us.
done our side of the bargain. We've met,
Yeah.
We are following.
And even if, granted, I know some people prefer, like I was talking to some of my friends and they say, I'm sorry, like the people who dedicate their specific times to listen to podcasts. And so I know the podcast listening platform is your forte. We're not taking that away from you. Do it. Listen to the podcast listening platforms. But do us a solid and just go subscribe to. Finya to subscribe. Kwanza those video qualities are fantastic, spectacular.
Yes. We just want a subscription.
A like. A share, a comment, and you can leave.
And then you can because funny enough, even me, there's like the mics are open. I don't enjoy their visuals.
Yeah.
I strictly listen on audio.
Me too.
But once in a while, like I remember when I was in the office, instead of listening on audio, I just go on YouTube and then continue with work, but it's playing.
Yeah.
So,
I actually find it hard to listen to podcasts visually, but also because I'm one of those people who have a specific dedicated time to listen to podcasts, which is when I'm cooking, and I cook on a daily basis almost. So I know watching visuals when I'm cooking can be a challenge, but I still go to the mics are open or whichever or I said what I said or whichever podcast. I watch them for like the 10 minutes and leave.
And then leave and go back to what bambas you.
Yeah. But
yes, we need support there.
We need support. Yeah, long story short. But it's growing slowly but surely. Every single time I check every day, we have maybe a bit more subscribers, bit more views, and just very exciting to actually have kickstarted that. And a lot of opportunities, I think, are coming. Just expect a lot more from us. We are told you guys this is the time for us to be serious. We can't be reaching episode 100 and we're just vibing here. We need to, elevate. So guy, aki mic yangu
it has not chosen you today. I like your glasses. They look nice. I think because they're matching with your jewelry, your hair. It's a vibe.
Yeah, sorry you wouldn't be able to see these ones because our Wednesday episodes are not visual episodes, but this is why on Sundays, when you're tuning into Radio 254, you can see us as well. By the way, that's
how have you been?
God,
we weren't here last.
Wow.
We weren't here last weekend.
When was the last time I saw you?
Visuals.
Was it the time we recorded the visuals? So it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been 2 weeks.
Imagine. Yeah, I think. Oh, no. Okay, we went for that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, it feels more recent. 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks. No,
Yeah.
I've been okay. Very happy that one side of my burden that I've been complaining about every single episode is out of my life. As for now, I think I had my last ever class, hopefully, but essentially my last class of uni on Friday, which is like, thank goodness. But there's still a bit more things to go. Anyway, by the end of March, I'm expecting to be done with everything uni-wise, and I think a lot of guys are normally scared to finish uni because they're like, what next? But for me, I'm more excited to see like how the things I've been trying to venture into are going to kind of grow. For example, I can take this podcast with a bit more energy and dedication than I used to. At least I'll be balancing only two things and things that I want to grow career-wise than just school. I think school takes a lot of energy from you. So that break, even if I decide to do my master's or a short course, I think that break, nitakuwa nimemaliza 844.
Yeah.
I think that for me,
that's a big deal.
Yeah, those are so many years of studying in a very draining schooling system, but
you made it.
You're almost making it. So yeah, very exciting stuff. The podcast has also been doing good, so yeah, that's also been making me happy. How I've been. What else do I need to update you guys on? Actually, hakuna updates mingi. Mimi nimekuwa tu nimechill. Sijaenda anything too exciting. Today is Duana Day, of course. So, in this podcast, I'm always talking about Gondwana, and very excited for today, especially because it's Prince KB, and I'm going out with the the people I enjoy the most. Okay. Going out with. No offense.
I happen to not be going today.
That's your loss because you have had a good time. Yeah. But what I'm like, these are people. We not gone out together for a hot minute, like the whole group, and they're a very good friend group of mine, Kina, Margot, Tyra, Gabi, all this. So it's like, I'm ready. I'm ready.
How much are tickets?
Actually, tickets right now are still being sold. We should come. I don't know. They should be 1,500 to maybe 2K at tops, because I know they never go beyond 2K.
Most of the time. Okay.
But yeah, very excited, and it's happening very close to my house. So I'm also excited that I don't have to spend too much money on transport.
Yeah.
What I'm not excited. Okay, so I found out. No, I talk too much on this podcast sometimes. Alexia, how have you been?
You found out that it's off mic.
No, it's not off mic, but I'm realizing I've been leading the past couple. I don't know how many episodes. Apparently, I've grown up now, because it's very, very, very rare for me to go back home and kind of change on a night out, because I live with my parents, and at me leaving the house at 11 p.m. to go out is not a thing.
And you did a thing like that recently.
And so on Friday, I didn't expect my dad to be home because, my mom's not in Nairobi anymore. But he was home, and I came back home with my friend at like 9:45 p.m. because just to change, like kind of set the table for dinner and go out. Didn't expect my dad to be home on a Friday night. But yeah, we came, I cooked whatever, and I just told him, listen, my friend just brought me to kind of do all these things, but we're going back out. And I had practiced that speech like 10 times in the kitchen with my friend. Oh my gosh, how do I say it? What do I say? What? And he was just like, oh, okay. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation. And we're leaving the house at like 10:15. And he was just like, okay, so yeah, what time will you guys be back? And I said, I'll be back at a decent hour. Just like, okay. For me, I don't know. I know I'm old.
That's a huge step, though.
I'm old as fuck, but as fuck is relative. I'm old, but it's like
you're old.
No,
we're old. At least we're very old.
I'm like
over 25.
Come back over 25.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that was I think that was a small big step for me. I was like, damn, I could actually just leave the house without me panicking so much. Because even when I tell my mom I've gone out tonight, she's like, okay. So then the story changes, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's the trauma for the past. That I always expect my parents to talk to us. This is irrelevant. How has your week been?
My weeks have been let me not tell lie. Hell, like just too much happening. I'm tired. I want to sleep. I want to go on vacay. But I'm currently on a staycay, which is good because I sort of new environments. Yeah, so just a lot of transitions, and transitions are just annoying. You know, even if it's things like you've prayed for, or things, even right now, let's say you get a job that you've always wanted, and maybe because of settling in, you need, it's uncomfortable and stuff like that. You know, you can sort of think, this blessing is a burden. Yeah. So I'm just trying to remain. I'm just trying to remain present, kabisa, and not think of my blessings as burdens. But I'm tired. Let me just put it like I'm tired.
I mean, is the tiring part of things a bit over now? Are you like past it a bit? Or?
No. I saw a tweet like, adulting is just saying, maybe next week I'll be less busy, or maybe next week. So that has been me for the past 2 weeks. And even just looking at this week that's coming, I know it's not calm. Like, things are not yet settled. So, but it's okay. It's part of the process, you know. And I'm just training myself and constantly reminding myself to take a day at a time. Even if things don't work out, it's not the end of the world. You know, there's tomorrow and I can figure it out. So that's what's helping me not to be too overwhelmed. But all in all, I'm good. I mean, counting my blessings, I'm healthy. People are in hospital wishing they could go for Gondwana today and enjoy the Nairobi weather, which is fantastic. So
weather's been good.
Yeah, I have a roof over my head. I have money to do 1, 2, 3, so I'm grateful.
You have me.
I have, at least I have friends. I have, I have Radio 254 to come to us, and I have brunches, counting my blessings. But I'm good. Great. What else? What's been happening? Excited for the podcast, and my personal content has been on hold because I don't like, because now that things need my attention elsewhere, just curating content is sort of like a burden.
I felt that so
and
deeply.
I've had to come to terms with the fact that it's not a bad thing to put it aside for a while, because I just can't give you attention right now, and that's fine. I'll just put you on the side for a bit, focus on what needs my attention right now, like prioritize. And yeah,
1000%. I was in the same boat, especially school. I'm telling you, this semester has been the worst semester of my life. So personal content, I've been MIA. Even I only do maybe recaps once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Granted, no, I don't want to say that, but my spam account that does not exist has been active.
But you say that because you don't have to think about it.
I don't have to think around
personal
it.
Content is sort of content like on your main page is sort of like you have to strategize. You have to, like, there's a lot to it.
A lot.
Even
like how
recaps,
often?
I'm like
what?
My life is in pieces. What am I recapping?
Yeah, exactly.
And then just also people are not really entitled. Okay, I can tell you on the podcast like things are happening, but I don't have to show you
that
everything.
Things are happening.
Yeah, but when I'm back, maybe I can be like, I took up. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but totally understand. Although I've been feeling the pressure of kind of going back to my personal content, just because, we've been getting reached out to a couple of times for some content related stuff, money wise, and it's like, okay, maybe I should take this shit seriously
because there's
opportunity, but at the same time, like stretching myself beyond what I could handle. What's crazy is I'm here thinking now that school is over, I'll be have time to all these things that I've always wanted to. I'm even feeling now I can go back to playing golf, I can do this, but I just know
something
that may not be the case.
Yeah.
But one day at a time.
But trust you, because when I quit my job, I was like, hey, call me for whenever. And now even it's just that us we have to meet because the podcast is a major part of my life. But if we were just friends, I don't think we'd have seen each other that often. Because it's adulting. There's always something that will come to fill in a spot.
That is so true.
Yeah, but I feel like as long as you're prioritizing your mental health and your space, because that's now when you try to do too much at once, it gets too overwhelming. You start beating yourself up. You think, I'm not doing this the way it should be done and stuff like that.
But I think it's all part of the process, man. Kanye was in studios 24/7, 365. He was collaborating with people and trusting the process. And so I think this is genuinely the age of kind of working as hard as you can. But I was listening to, again, the Mike's Open, and they were having a conversation of, you know, how Gen Z is like more focused on their mental health, or like the work, maybe proposing 4-day work weeks and just changing the dynamics of the work environment, which is awesome. But is it that we are kind of building a quote unquote, don't quote me on this, but like a lazy generation? Not a lazy, but like, our parents' time, it's like they had to really, really work for everything that they have. Yeah. And granted, we have to do the same way, but I think a lot more less than what they had to do because of the changing times, and maybe we are privileged enough because of what their efforts that they did. But it's more like, okay, when now our generation is now older and the next generation comes, like, what will they have to work for? Like, and how will having a work ethic to build character? So I'm just wondering, like, it's stuck with me. It's like, I know we do, yeah, but are we just like, but at the same time, are we romanticizing work?
I saw a conversation like that on Twitter, and it also had me thinking. I was like, is it something we should celebrate? It's like we're spoiled, or Gen Z is downplaying. But then at the end of the day, they're not saying we want a 4-day work week to just chill. You know, this generation is one of the smartest generations ever. Yeah. Smartest, hardworking,
almost everyone's educated,
innovative. You know, you have people who are so young doing such. I mean, look at even David, our guest we had last 2 episodes on the podcast. If you've not listened or watched, go get inspired. We had a fantastic conversation. I mean, at his age, he has a company. You know, has people under him. He's employed young people like him, brilliant people like him. So it's not the fact that we are lazy or we don't want to, we're just looking, especially think about the economy and think about even the times that were there in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. We can't compare to the times that are here. You know, it's more like our mental, the whole mental environment, the whole economical environment has shifted, has changed. Yeah. So we have to adapt to that. And that's why we maybe need more rest. We need more self-care days. We need more to recharge and now go back to, working even hard, better, working smart, thinking, performing at your best level. Yes. I think that's what it is. And not necessarily out of fear, but because you want to. And you're inspired and you're inspired to. And, happy employers are the best employers. And if they feel like there's space for them to be themselves, but still be productive. I think as long as the productivity is there. Exactly. And you're doing what's meant to be done. I think this work from home culture should just stay the same way. I think that elevates so much of the pressure and stress that people go through. So I really, really hope it's a culture that keeps growing and, have ultimately most people work from home or in restaurants or whatever, or just as long as you hit your KPIs. There's absolutely no reason why I should be in the office at 8 a.m. I watch 10 YouTube videos, do work for 2 hours, chill, and just waste time when I could still produce the same amount of work at home. I prioritize my timings and how I deliver my deliverables, but still have time for myself, still have time for family, still have time for friends, a life outside of work. Yeah. Because and work can really consume you. It's a win-win situation. Yeah. I mean, I want happy employees. I want happy employees. I want employees who deliver. You don't even have to pay rent for the space. Think of that. I'm saving. You're saving on so much. Yeah. So for me, I think, of course, different industries depends and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like it's a positive way of looking at things, honestly. Yeah. Interesting conversation right there. Yeah. What else did you want to talk about? So International Women's Day is coming up. Ooh. What do you want to celebrate women for this year, when this season? It's on 8th. So we do something. Yeah, I was thinking we film something as small when we're at the other shoot location, which is like Happy International Women's Day, this Women's Day. We are celebrating womenhood. This, and each of us have an opinion for that. True. But now that we're here, we might as well. I think I have something that evening called class. Boring. But yeah, would have gone for like drinks.
Yeah.
Women thing or brunch. Anyway, so Women's Day. Yeah, I think women are such super.
What do you have to say about women? Yeah.
But there's always this conversation that comes up on Women's Day that don't say here is to strong women. Do you hear this? I've used that thingy before and stuff like that. Like, because it sort of shows. I don't know, but anything about women
Shows
sometimes is a bit.
Women are controversial.
Because I used to think of it like just like a nice DD quote. Then I started, no, we're not strong.
It's okay to not be strong. I don't want to be the strong black woman.
Yeah, what do you mean strong? Like, but I understand. Like, it's sort of become it's a thing that we've romanticized and for a way of abuse or to justify a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, she's strong. I need to be strong?
Truthfully,
She's
I've been opening up to the idea of being a housewife. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey!
Like, I've been strong. I've been doing this, but damn.
Finally, we have a convert. Thank you. Actually, under the Kenyan law, I think it is a job.
A full-time job.
It's become a full-time job. And until even I remember my mom was working full-time, and she decided to become like a housewife. And I was looking at her like, why the hell would you do that? Like, I don't even respect you no more.
Yeah, soft life.
Let me tell you, it's actually a job. Like, my mom was running around it's just funny work, but it's work. Like,
it's
garden,
yeah.
Like, there are things. I don't mean now that, like,
I also don't want to do those things myself. Maybe just my kids.
Just supervise.
Oh, supervise.
Not
okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, of course, you're getting a gardener, but what are they doing with the garden?
Yeah.
You have to make sure it's the right thing in, like, the right way and stuff like that. So it is a full-time job. And yeah, if kids and stuff like that. Okay, so where did this come from? Oh, Women's Day.
Yeah.
Women's Day, so?
So yeah, what type of women are you personally celebrating this season?
But to say the strong women. I'm celebrating women like me. Okay, I don't know. Just answer the question first. Clearly, I'm doing guesswork.
I don't know how to answer the question, but I think I am celebrating women who've been able. I'm celebrating all women.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I think being a woman is hard enough in itself. Just being the gender.
Existing.
Just existing.
Woman.
There's a lot of expectation as a woman. There's a lot of you shouldn't do this as a woman. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't dress a certain way. You shouldn't do this. So I want to celebrate women who've challenged the stereotypes.
Wow. Yeah.
Women who stood up and be like, again, yes, even the strong women who've been like, listen, I don't want to rely on someone else for my financial stability or my financial situation. So women who've, done that for themselves, celebrating that. Women who are in the tech space, because it's the space that I'm in, I notice a very small number of women in this space. So I want to celebrate those women who have been able to challenge and be like the just male-dominated spaces and challenging that. So yeah, generally I think for me, what I want to celebrate is women who've challenged the stereotypical narratives that we've had written about us, whether that's in the workforce, whether that's you working for yourself. Even the stereotypes of women shouldn't be housewives. And if you're doing that perfectly and that makes you happy, then go for it. Women who've decided to relax their hairs after the whole natural hair season.
Oh, you went there? You've gone there?
I've gone there.
And people looking at you like, chemical. That's not your natural state of hair.
Yeah, you're going to spoil your hair. But the people are being convinced these days to relax their hair. Yeah. Look here, I'm being inspired, but at the same time, I'm still like, I've come so far with this natural hair journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, women who challenge the narrative for me.
Yeah, I think you answered for both of us, honestly. So what will I add to that inspiring? We shout out to women, as I said, just existing in itself. Like you're already born with so much judgment. You're already born with so much. Oh, you shouldn't wear a short dress in front of your uncle. Can you tell that uncle to stop looking at me as a child?
Exactly.
In a funny way, I'm in my house, I'm trying to be comfortable. But then my daughters must be very comfortable in their house.
Exactly.
You, if you are
you're in the house and you see you wear your bra, why are you wearing that in front of your dad?
And let me tell you,
why
nowadays,
is my dad staring at me?
I question that thing. I remember once, I think I talked about it one day in the podcast. Back at my place, there's a time I needed to go to the shop, and it's literally the shop outside the house, and I didn't have a bra on. And I caught myself thinking, oh no, I have to wear a bra. And I was like, do I have to? Why? What is the reason? It's not a big problem.
It's also a very African culture thing.
And I said, if anyone asks me, like, tutanziana tu hapo, because I didn't get why. And I went and I felt so liberated. So even now, like with my partner, sometimes he'll be like, oh, you're not wearing a bra? And I said, no, I'm not. Why are you wearing a bra? And you're
Why are you wearing a bra?
I stand up for myself and I'm like, because I have to, because then them, they think like, oh, it's indecent. And I'm literally going downstairs.
No, I think surely small things like this shouldn't even be. Matiti, every woman has titties, whether
and people
they're small,
used to
whether they're big.
walk without even anything.
Yeah, before. This is westernized culture.
Yeah.
In Garden Evidence, they were naked.
And it's so uncomfortable.
In fact, we should all be naked. We are all being punished for wearing clothes by Adam and Eve's sin. So,
but they would have been naked.
Can you imagine living a life all of us are naked?
I don't think I can go to like a nude beach or something.
I would definitely go to a nude beach, 1,000%.
No, it feels liberating, but I feel like I'll be so like,
okay, you know me, I'm normally very open.
But I mean, like, I can change in front of people. Like, for me, I've always been really
true.
open with my
That's
body.
true.
Yeah, but like, now
I'd go for a
open.
nude beach just because everyone's doing it, and I'm like, why should I? I think for me, it would be more of a liberating experience than anything else. Like, I'm just on the beach and we're naked and we're vibing. Yeah. Hey, I saw somewhere on TikTok that there's a certain place in Europe, I've forgotten the name, and it's mainly people, like couples go there.
I think I saw
and
it.
I think people go there just to do bad manners in the open.
Oh, I don't know if I saw
yeah.
that.
So everyone's just in the open and they're kind of naked and just vibing. Like it's separate places, but it's just a place where everyone is okay with you doing your shenanigans. And my takeaway is that
I'm gonna go there.
There's so much I would love to, maybe.
One day,
there's so much
not?
we are enclosed to just because of our culture or how we've been raised. And I'd like to have that experience of going somewhere else and people just not caring about the small things that are so big where you're from.
Yeah.
Like just wearing shorts to go to the, I don't know, shop, or just men running in shirtless in the beach, or just walking to the supermarket. Like just small things that for us make so huge, but for the outside world it's like chilling.
We know. So anyway, so me, I think I'm celebrating women who stand up for themselves and stand up for other women.
Yeah, that's good.
And who are pioneers in their different fields and industries. For me, it's a major thing. And I mean, it's inspiring the girls that are growing up, even us who are grown up, sort of, It's always inspiring to see, even as you said, a housewife who has taken care of the house so well, yani, kama hoteli, everything is well, done and kept and stuff like that. So it's for me, it's like, as long as you're showing up as your best self and always challenging anyone who is saying that because of you're a woman, you can't, me don't come with me that nonsense. But we will catch hands, And even like I saw a picture of just Ivy with top men in finance, And I was like, she could have easily said, I'm a marketing person. I believe she used to work in marketing agency or strategy, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing person, or I'm just a YouTuber nowadays. I'm a social media influencer. But like, she got the Monday thing. She ran with it. She didn't. I'm sure she's had moments of imposter syndrome, but she keeps showing up, And even for me and every other woman or girl out there, you're like, okay, Ivy is showing up, and we've seen the growth. So even me in the podcast space, or me in whatever field, in farming, let me do my best and be the best that I can be. Yeah. So definitely women who are just showing up for themselves and standing up for themselves and going for their dreams.
I love that. Yeah.
Now that you talked about women.
I was gonna bring up the counter, which is why don't men want to celebrate themselves as much as we do on Women's Day, or even just the company culture, or just men holidays?
Yeah,
Like
even
Mother's Day,
also.
Father's Day, like the seriousness is normally taken differently. And what do you think about that?
There's been this conversation where like the girl child empowerment is now sort of sidelining,
Superseding,
superseding now boy child, and boy child is like now the weaker gender,
Yeah.
because everyone's focusing on women, inclusivity, women must thrive, women must thrive. So it could be a danger into society, because it's sort of like we still need men. You know, I mean, I feel like our society is meant to have balance. So we can't have two strong women and then men are just.
But you also know the nature
both.
of the world makes it so difficult for equality to be a thing. Like, I think the reason why we've been pushing so much for women, and again, it's just been a push that's been happening, the last 10 years or so? Let's remember the patriarchy was existing for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So for me, I understand girl child empowerment has been very dominant, and it's always been the conversation. Women are always celebrated. Women are always doing this. But truthfully, women deserve to be celebrated and deserve the recognition. And we always stand up for ourselves. We always stand up for ourselves when we need to. And so I still think, in as much as this is happening so much towards women, it's because they deserve to. Just because we can't say that 10 years of women recognition is going to take away from the many years of patriarchy, and even equality is still not there.
Yeah.
Like, even though we're empowering, we're doing this, we're doing that,
It's
we're
still qua ground.
degraded.
Yeah, qua ground it's still
Yeah.
the patriarchy is still strong.
The patriarchy is still strong. Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, let's keep
Well.
doing the empowerment.
No, I think now like in simpler things, like if it's International Men's Day,
Men wajisimamie. Me, I'm not going to celebrate a man who's not celebrating himself.
okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion, actually.
And Father's Day, like I'll just for me now, like personally, I'll just appreciate the men in my life when it's their day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
And
Okay,
it
we
can
do
end
that.
there.
We
It
can do
can't
that.
be so deep. Like
Yeah.
if it's Men's Day or Father's Day, I mean, like a small treat, or it depends. Yeah, and
But me,
I think also incorporate and still in other ninis, women, like men still have the upper hand. So
Exactly.
we still need to keep
Exactly.
fighting.
And if they want to celebrate those days, they can present to the board. Who is stopping them?
Who is
'Cause us,
stopping them?
Women's Day,
Not a power budget.
the week before, a woman will definitely go and say, what are we doing for International Women's Day for the
Yeah,
office?
yeah.
What are we doing for Mother's Day, or what? Like, how are we celebrating
Even women have, let me tell you, women make money from women, or people make money from women. You know, like even Mother's Day, you can find like a mother's brunch that will be done. You know, even like Kitty Kiari and her mom had a white affair thingy for women. So women always create spaces for them to thrive.
Yeah.
So men pia nyinyi mfanye
We're not
Father's
celebrating
Day,
because they're not
brunch,
celebrating
mbuzi, nini,
themselves.
have
Bas.
forums. There's always women's meetings. Even in church, there's always daughters of sijui who, of Zion, women's ministry. Hata wanaume, they gather
Anzeni
together and you mentor each other so that I'm cool with the weaker
Na hizo
sex.
mahabits pia mumwache. Mentoring each other, please. There are some men
Yeah, they mentor each other badly. Msende kumenta ati,
There are
you're
some
the
men
man of the house.
who
Woman should not say anything.
they don't teach each other, or they're scared to nini each other. Because as we talk all the time when we're advising, how many, just think of a whole week, how much advice you get from your female friends, or the conversations, or just
They are very
something.
rich, yeah.
They are very rich. Every single week. I can't say there's a week that passes and I've not had advice either from you or Gail or one of my girls. Do men do the same thing? I feel they close themselves, and so the bad habits, they just brew inside if they have some.
Yeah.
And they don't check each other a lot of the times, which is why I like spaces like Man Talk, which kind of allows men to have a space, or even the men that start podcasts. It's their outlet, and it's their outlet.
Let
so
them talk,
okay,
yeah.
though,
But,
without
yeah.
the shady topics, please. Kila sad two women, sex. Oh, we do a girl, like UK podcasts. No offense.
There's just a
All
problem.
they do is just talk about relationships, women, men, situationships. I'm joking. Now talk about fruitful things in your lives.
Imposter syndrome. Vitu za maana.
Vitu za maana. Yeah.
So, happy International Women's Day in advance to all our female listeners.
Yeah. Thank you for being part of the Brunch family.
If you're listening, now it's in advance. If it's Wednesday or whenever, happy International Women's
Tunawa celebrate.
Yeah. We should have... No, never mind.
We should have what?
We always come up with ideas here. No, never mind.
You were going to say we should have something for Women's Day.
Next year or something.
Yeah, we should.
But now our audience is mixed. So.
Ooh, Sandwich Podcast had a live show.
I kept saying I need to post it. Then I kept forgetting. Then I was like, okay.
Yeah,
and the day of, it's okay. Because I knew there were gate tickets. So it wasn't like, it will go to waste.
I thought it was awesome.
Someone went.
Honestly,
the pictures did look really good.
Yeah, it was. I think it was kind of full.
Yeah, pretty
a
full.
Very good audience,
and it's their second live show.
It's their second,
good.
And they had a whole setup, and I think it was very inspiring, especially for because we started around the same time.
Yes.
With them, so it's just great to see them grow, and some of our friends, shout out to Kina Kibbs, just all of them
actually supported us all through.
So we couldn't be happier for you guys. Sorry, we couldn't make it. I don't even know if they listen to this, but guys, go listen to Sandwich Podcast. It's a awesome Kenyan. That's the ultimate Kenyan conversation. They talk Swahili all through. Sooner, just sometimes we are here.
As we have audience all around the world, so Alice said we need to be talking English. Western culture, is just eroding. As we're fake.
Yeah, we are fake, but them they are real. They are real. So
if that's your vibe, no, but they have. Yeah, just listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I like the podcast. I listen to the podcast every week. So it's shout out to those guys. Then I love the live show. It was an inspiration for us. Once this podcast starts, this year we are going by fire by force.
Like God has reinforced us. He brought opportunities to force us to wake up, which is good.
Good, so this year hata sisi tunachangamka. When our live show is going to be, it will be when it is. But
I have such a different thing in my head of our live show.
For your live show.
I don't know, but I feel like I'll be so excited I might just start laughing on stage. And then I don't know, like, what? Oh my God. Anyway. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah,
I'm already feeling all the feels. Let me breathe in and out first. Bado tuko tu hapa kwanza. But let's challenge ourselves. By the end of the year, we can have a live show.
Yeah, we can have something cute. Yeah.
Setting.
Yeah, so now if you want to sponsor us, now is the time to shine.
It's the time to start talking.
Radio 254, I know you can hear us, Pierre. You can be part of the sponsor rates.
That one is not an asking. That one is by default.
We are telling you.
Hi, we are one and the same.
We are going to have a live show together.
That would be interesting, actually.
Yeah. Well, I think we can end this pod. I love the conversations that we've had today.
Yeah, I think Sunday shows have become the random ones. And then I think our
Friday shows are a bit more serious.
Like
check out
guests.
Watch out for the Friday episode. I think it's gonna be a really interesting one. Yes. We are having another guest.
Did you hear right? Like, did you hear correct?
Pardon.
We're having another guest.
Yes. In case you didn't hear, we're having a lovely guest, a lovely friend of mine as well. I'm not gonna preempt and tell you who it is, but just know it's exciting stuff. Especially if you're a diaspora audience, this one's
or planning on going diaspora.
Yeah, this one's especially for you. There's already enough hints to let you know some small things on what we're gonna be touching on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Apart from that, like, have a good Sunday, have a good day, whatever time you're listening to this. Have a good evening.
Yeah, and thanks for rocking with us, man. Thanks for reaching this far into the episode again. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at Banter Brunch and Twitter at @BOB_podcast_ on TikTok. Banter Brunch still. We are going to be posting very consistent content there, so check that out. And share with a friend, tell your friend, tell your mom, to tell your dad's cousins, aunt, uncle that you should listen to the podcast. Yeah.
Is there anything else I need to say? My name is Alex himself.
My name is Alice Kanji.
And
see you on Friday.
See you.
Next location.